My friends, in the past, I have expressed willingness to work on a complex section in the TechDraw workbench where I said I did not have a suitable object where I could show the complex section. Well, guess what? Exercise 37 presents a good chance of me working on complex section. So what I am planning to do in this object is show everyone how to make a complex section and how that is different from a simple section. So let's go ahead and start working on our TechDraw complex section. First of all, I inserted the page that I want to draw on. This is my default page customized with my name on it. At the end of this video, I will show how you could get your own default customized page on FreeCAD. So, but that's for later. For now, let's go ahead and put the object on top view and then hit this button where I want to insert a projection group after you have picked your page, like any generic page from this folder. Alright, so I click that projection view while this top face is facing up. Now let's go to that page and see. Every time I click something, I want to see what's going on. So on this one, I actually want only the front, which it says front, but I only want this plan view. Plan means top view. So I want that one right there because I want to draw a contrast between a simple and complex section. I'm just gonna use this top view as my base and keep it there. I want to keep it at that corner and keep it selected. Then I go to this section view part and then I draw a section view. So there are two options. One is section view, one is complex section. We'll come to the complex in a minute, but let's go ahead and then draw a section view. And here we come, and I can say I have four options. The first one, so let's go ahead and select the live update. The first one, the first option, it says we will cut the object in the middle according like along this line, and we will watch from this side. So if we had that object here, we would cut the section here, we'll cut the object here and then watch it from this side. And that's what this arrow means. It means I am looking towards the direction the arrow pointing. So we can have it the other way. We can cut in the middle, watch from that side, or we can cut it in this direction, in XY direction or like vertical direction, and then watch it from this side. So these are the four options where we cut it along long axis or short axis and then watch it from either of the sides pointed by this arrow. I'm gonna go ahead, use this one. This is more familiar with us, and then I want to keep it there. All right. So in this section, let's discuss what we have not discussed already. This line, so we said we will cut the object in the middle along this line. Where did this line come from? It came from one of the two options that we had along the line, along the horizontal or vertical axis. Now, for a simple section, these are the two options the software will select. But for a complex section, we will have to draw this line. So we want to draw the line not on a standard plane, on a different plane. Say I wanted to cut it in a different way. I want to draw that line and then draw a complex section. So what I'm saying is, for a simple section, we can do it simply. But if it is a complex section, I'll have to go back to the main object and draw sketch, which indicates that where I want to cut this object. So what I want to do, I want to draw a sketch on XY plane on the same face that I've been using to draw the lines. And here I want to say, I want to cut it in a way that it will include this hole, and cross this line. So alright, so what I want to do is, I want to come in from this direction, alright, and then stop it somewhere around here, and go through the center, come around on this side, and come on this side. So that was tough to see. So let's go ahead and turn on the cross section view. So what I wanted to do, I want to come in through the center, but in a diagonal fashion, and I want to make this 45-degree angle. Okay, so I want to keep it here through the middle of this section and there. So that's what I wanted to do. So I said I will, let's bring in the object, I will take a knife, cut this object like a butter, following this line, come here, come diagonally down, and then go straight horizontal. So that's my cut that I want to do. So I draw that sketch, and this is my sketch complex section. So that's my complex section. I drew it. Let's go back to our TechDraw, and here I want to draw that complex section now. So what I want to do, select this face, come here, and then click on complex section. And here, so I selected objects to selection. Object to section is, that's the object that we selected, the face. And now I want to use a profile. So use selection. I want to go and select this object. All right. So I went there and selected it, clicked, like, and kept it selected, and then come here and then use selection. So now it says sketch complex section. That's the name that I gave to that section. And this is the final object. So that's the final object that I will be cutting following this sketch. So that's what I want to draw, right? Okay, let's go back to the drawing page, and I'm gonna say I want to see it. So again, like I said, for this section, it's important which direction I want to see from. So for example, now the object is cut following this line. Now do I want to see from this direction or from this direction? So I want to say I want to see from the same direction as the previous one. So this was the option, right? So I selected that. Now the live update button is showing active. Click on there. Something came up. So this is our complex section. So let's see if it matches our imagination. We come here, we cut this object, which is the hatch part says. That's the solid part that we cut, and then we hit a void. That's the white space, and then we keep going through the object for so much, and then I change direction. That's this line here. It says we changed direction, and then we still keep cutting the object, the solid object. This is here, and then the void, but the void has a base, so it's there. And then I come here. You can see these two lines are not on this side, because if I cut it through there, and this extension rectangular is still there, so that's, I can see that, but it's not here because it was cut and thrown away. So this is the complex section. I want to name that as B, right? And then click somewhere else and update view. That way, now it says this is B, this is A, and the simple section shows the two middle bolt holes, whereas our complex section does not cover them because we did not cut through those. So very simply, this is the complex section. We can go ahead and then hit OK. and we can take those extra dots off. That's our TechDraw that says we have a complex section to the object, not on any standard plane. In future, I will use more complex objects to do some more practice on this complex section, because sometimes these are really important to describe what we are doing through a material. For now, this is the end of complex section. Let's go back to the promise that I made in the beginning of the video to show where I can make my own default page with my customization on it. So we have the TechDraw here. In the workbench, if you don't have it set up, this button will not be active. You will have insert page using template. And this list has a bunch of templates that you can choose from. Let's say what we have on A4 landscape TD. So this is a random page that I want to select. So remember the name. It was A4 landscape and TD, something with. So this is what it looks like. It's a template where we can go, say we can put in some titles, right? So these are the good templates that you can use for your everyday need. It's kind of like a standard template, but we want to have our own customization built into that. The easiest way to do it is to go. This is a two-parter. Having a default page and having a customized page. So two parts. So first of all, we want to see where we can say this is my default page. So we can go there and then pick one of these that I'll be using every time. I can say that's my default page. I can do that by going to Preferences. Since we have the TechDraw open, it will show up on this list towards the bottom. On the first page, on the first tab, General tab, here under Files, it will have this option, Default Template. You can click on these three dots and that page will show up. This folder containing all these templates will show up, and you can select the one that we just talked about, A4 landscape TD. We can select that and hit open. So that is now there. You can see TechDraw templates A4 landscape SVG, and we can say apply and OK. Now every time I hit this button, this will be my new default page. Alright, so that's how you set a default page. How to customize this? Now for customization, I use Inkscape as my customization tool. So Inkscape, as you can see, this is the logo. I have it already installed on my computer. The Inkscape is open source Photoshop. I use that. You can download it freely from Google search and then download it. It's pretty simple. And while we have that open, let's go. So this is the part where we do the customization. You have Inkscape already installed on your computer, and come to the folder, template folder. This is the path that we will have to keep note of. So maybe you want to copy that right now, or next time we come around here, this will be the path that I'll have to take note of. So pick your page. For example, I'm picking A4 portrait blank. So this is the blank, and let's see how it looks. So this is like a blank. It has nothing. It's like pretty pure. So what I want to do, I want to go there, pick that A4 portrait blank, right click on it and hit open with Inkscape vector graphics editor. Right, it will take a moment and open things up. So this is my template, and I can do all the customization I want. For me, it was pretty simple. What I did, I took a rectangle and took that as a boundary, and let's go in the fill and stroke option. Come here and stroke style. In the dashes, I want to say solid. So you may not have to do that. It was my previous setting that is already retaining. So Inkscape file retains previous setting. So the dashes came up, and go to select this select tool, and that's what it is. So that's the rectangle I just drew, but it's filled with white space. I want to make that transparent. I want to keep only the border, not any white fillings in the middle. I can do that from here. So it says fill in the corner, as you can see. If you can't see because of my screen grab is not capturing it, on the left lower corner it will have two options, say fill and stroke. Stroke is the border, fill is the fill, and go ahead, click on this none option. So I can say none on the fill. That will take that white background out of it. So we select the rectangle and take it here, and then go to the select tool, or like hit escape. While it is selected, come to the corner and hit none. So that way it will take out all the white space out of it, make it transparent. Alright, so that's one thing I did. I can write something here. I can say template, hit escape, and then you can select it with your mouse, or like go to the select tool and then select it. And right click on it, go to text and font. It will open up on the right side. You can go for font, hit apply, change the font. You can update the font size. Say that's too big. I'm going to say 25. All right. And okay. And let's make it a little bit bigger so we can do some customization easily. And what I'm doing is I'm control click. So I'm like hitting control, keeping it pressed, and then scrolling mouse upward. So that zooms in and out. And as you can see, it does not have any fillings in it. We can do the same trick in a moment we did. Come to the fill, and we can say it's the red fillings. So select the word and hit red. That will fill things up. You can change the border, which is black now. So for that, you keep let me turn on my key press. This is a great tool to show my clicks. So you keep shift pressed, and select the text first and hit shift, keep it pressed, and select your color that you want to put on the border. So that's a quick way to place your name. I'm gonna say I can say Dr. John Doe, PhD. So you can place your name there. You can say I built this TechDraw. So this is your template. You customized it with your name and everything. And now is the fun part. You try saving it. It says it could not be saved. On my computer, it could not be because the Inkscape does not have administrative permissions to save into that folder. So what I want you to do, I want you to save it on the desktop. So save it, say with your name on it. A for portrait and say John Doe. Don't forget your PhD. And save it on the desktop. Now what I will do, let's say it is saved. Let's go ahead and then close it. Close this one as well. Now go back to FreeCAD. Take this link. Like, it's still open. So go ahead and grab that link. Hit copy. And go ahead and close it out. Now from your Windows Explorer, A4 portrait John Doe PhD. It's there. We know that. Open another file explorer. Paste the link that you opened up in a moment. You copied just a second ago. And now I want you to grab that file from the desktop and place it in here. It will ask for administrative permission. Go ahead and then allow it. So now it's in that folder. Now that folder is right after ISO 7200TD. We know it's there. Now let's see if we can access that from FreeCAD. So hit insert page using template. Come here after ISO 72000TD. There should be, oh, that was a portrait one. So let's go to portrait. Here, A4 portraits ISO, and after that we can see our customized file is there. We are accessing through FreeCAD. So we got that. Let's go ahead and open it up. So you can see my customization is there, and which is not the best. We had 2 lines. It kind of forgot that next line command and then put both of those in the same line. So there are like couple of times you'll have to do back and forth between FreeCAD and Inkscape to finally settle on this template customization. But you know what to do. So do that stuff 3 more times, get your customization built in there. Now I can do my stuff here. Say I want to place a 3D object onto that picture, onto that image, page 3. What I want to do, I want to select this and then go ahead and then insert. And it's asking me, I have too many pages, which one to insert that? I want to say page 003 and hit OK. So let's go to page 003. So there it is. That's my image with my customization onto that page. So this is the second part of the 2-parter when we do customization. And finally, what I want to do, I want to make this customized page my default. So every time I click this one, I want that customized page here. To do that, let's go back to View, no, Edit, Preference, TechDraw, General, Files, and under Files there will be Default Template. Into that 3 dot, find that page that we just updated, John Doe PhD. Open that. It's there. Look for the link. It says A4 Portrait John Doe. That's the name that we gave. And hit apply. OK. Moment of truth. I want to hit this default button and I want to see that page. There. Every single time now it will open up for you to provide that default page that customized by you. So it's a little long process, but good thing is you'll have to do it only one time, and every time it will be there from the very next time. I hope you liked this video where we talked about a complex section and making a page default. But know that I'll have a couple more videos on this, so we don't forget to practice on this. I'll see you next time then. Thank you for watching. Bye.